With over 40,000 football clubs in England alone, there is a likelihood that there would also be more owners of these clubs that leave a lot to be desired. With no correct amount of clubs being defunct counted for, there are clubs across the English pyramid that are at risk of being defunct today. Thankfully, in some cases, some clubs are saved from the brink of extinction. Supporters trusts and Phoenix clubs, local communities and businesses work together to save football clubs from not only within the island, but also around the world, to preserve football clubs with rich history and an identity within diverse communities. In this video, we will be looking at 5 football clubs within different tiers of English football who met an untimely end and have been left defunct. If you're new here or have enjoyed my other videos, welcome to my channel. As much as I enjoy posting shorts on my travels to different football grounds, I also try to bring about videos which are both educational and enjoyable for you to watch and learn from. Also, before we start, be sure if you haven't seen my first 2 videos in this series to make sure you do, as you may also learn something new, unlike myself. Macclesfield Town Football Club was founded in 1874 by local residents in the market town of Macclesfield, Cheshire, formed to provide organised football in a silk weaving community that prized local sport. Known as the Silkmen, the club adopted blue shirts and the Moss Rose Stadium as its home in 1891, and over the decades became the focal point of community identity and pride. In the 1990s, under manager Sammy McElroy, Macclesfield transformed from a non-league side into Football League stalwarts. McElroy, a former Manchester United and Northern Ireland midfielder, took charge in 1993. He led Macclesfield to the conference title in 1995, although promotion was denied due to stadium grading issues. He rallied the club to win the conference again in 1997 and secure promotion. He followed it with another promotion the following year, reaching the then second division. This era represented the club's peak in national competition. By the early noughties, Macclesfield Town had established a foothold in the Football League, though they would later yo-yo between League 2 and non-league. In 2018, club legend and former long-time player John Askey returned as manager and guided the Silkmen back into League 2, an achievement he called the biggest of his long association with the club. His decades-long connection to Macclesfield as player and manager made him a central figure in the club's identity. But financial strain grew. Under the ownership of Amar Al-Qadi, the club missed multiple wage payments, struggled to pay taxes, and reportedly failed to meet EFL fixtures. Waves of point deductions followed, and legal pressure mounted. Creditors, especially HM Revenue and Customs, opened winding up petitions, citing unpaid debts exceeding £500,000. Ownership offered no credible turnaround plan. In September 2020, the High Court ordered Macclesfield Town to be wound up, citing insurmountable debts and administrative failures. At 146 years old, the club ceased operations. This was not the result of poor performances on the pitch, but a collapse at boardroom level. After the liquidation, new life began quickly. Local businessman Robert Smethurst purchased the club's assets, including the Moss Rose ground, and formed Macclesfield Football Club. Former Premier League midfielder Robbie Savage joined as director of football and then head coach, helping to steer the Phoenix club into the North West Counties Premier Division, just weeks after the original club's demise. In their inaugural season, the 2021-22 season, Macclesfield FC won the league and earned promotion as champions, celebrating before record crowds at Moss Rose. Savage later described that achievement, building a club from scratch within 9 months, as possibly the hardest work of his career. Macclesfield Town's story is one of local heritage pushed through decades of fans who believed. Its collapse stemmed entirely from financial mismanagement under ownership. The Phoenix Club, Macclesfield FC, serves as a contrast. Community-driven, reborn from ashes, and starting again from the lower tiers with ambition to climb. Salisbury City Football Club was established in 1947. It was formed as a new entity following the disbanding of earlier amateur clubs in Salisbury and immediately joined the Western League. In their first season, the 1947-48 season, they won the Western League Division 2 title and drew a record attendance of 8,902 spectators in a championship decider against Weymouth, a figure never surpassed at the club. Between 1947 and 1968, Salisbury City remained in the Western League. They won the league championship in 1957-58 and 1960-61 and reached the FA First Cup round on multiple occasions, once progressing to the second round. In 1968, Salisbury were elected into the Southern League, where they remained for nearly 2 decades. In the 1985-86 season, they finished runners-up to Cambridge City and earned promotion to the Southern League Premier Division, though their stay lasted just 1 season. The club officially changed its name to Salisbury City FC in 1993. In 1994-95, they won the Southern League Southern Division and were later promoted to the Premier Division following stadium improvements at Victoria Park. Longtime club stalwart Nick Holmes became manager in 2002. Under his leadership, Salisbury City won promotion to the Southern League Eastern Division into 2003-04, then won the Southern League Premier Division the next season to enter the Conference South. In 2006-07, they won the Conference South playoffs and reached the Conference Premier, the 5th tier, for the first time. That same season, they reached the FA Cup second round, holding Nottingham Forest to a 1-1 draw at home in front of a stadium record 3,100 crowd. In September 2009, Salisbury City entered administration with debts estimated at £200,000. They were deducted 10 points and relegated from the Conference Premier by the end of that season. Although they exited administration in December 2013, ongoing financial instability remained. In the 2013-14 season, Salisbury City finished 12th in the Conference Premier, but they missed deadlines to settle debts. As a result, they were relegated and subsequently expelled from the Football Conference following a failed appeal in August 2014. The appeal board ruled they would not be allowed to participate in any conference division, and the club ceased operations that year. A Phoenix club, Salisbury FC, was then formed later in 2014, early 2015, led by a consortium that included director Steve Claridge. They secured the lease on the Raymond McKennell Stadium and entered the Wessex League Premier Division for the 2015-16 season. Salisbury City FC won promotion in their first season and re-established competitive football in this city. Rochdale Town Football Club originated in 1924 in Castleton under the name St Gabriel's FC, established as a church team that required players to be Catholic and attend services regularly. Restrictions on membership were lifted in the 1960s, allowing the club to begin competing in regional cup competitions. The club moved to Butterworth Park, later Castleton Sports Centre, in 1979, and joined the Manchester Football League in 1984. In 1990, it was renamed Castleton Gabriels and joined Division 2 of the North West Counties Football League. By the early 2000s, the club was struggling both on and off the field. In the 2003-04 season, they conceded 128 goals to finish bottom of the league. The following year, they were last again, conceding 111 goals. Their ground also failed to meet league requirements, forcing them to share with Oldham Town until improvements were made. In 2005-06, performance deteriorated further. The club recorded just 1 point, mostly due to a points deduction for registration irregularities. They lost 10-2 to FC United of Manchester that season. A 2008 rebranding saw the club become Rochdale Town, aiming to attract support and sponsorship from the Ryder Town and building links with Rochdale AFC. They adopted a black and white kit, similar to the local professional club. During the 2015-16 season, Rochdale Town was relegated to Step 7 of the English football system due to ground grading issues. They appealed the decision, but the appeal was dismissed. The club, unfortunately, folded shortly after, in 2016. Windsor Eton Football Club was founded on the 18th of August 1892 through the merger of Windsor Phoenix and Windsor St Albans, both amateur teams in Windsor. In 1893, the club merged with Windsor Victoria and entered the inaugural FA Amateur Cup. Early league participation included the Southern Alliance and various amateur regional competitions through the mid-20th century. Stag Meadow, their ground since 1911, hosted the team as they progressed through the football pyramid, including stints in the Athenian League, Isthmian League, and later the Southern League. They achieved back-to-back Athenian League championships in 1980 and 1981 and were promoted through the Isthmian divisions into the Premier Division in subsequent seasons. In the 2009-10 season, Windsor and Eton won the Southern League Division 1 South and West, earning promotion to the Southern League Premier Division. Financial difficulties escalated in the 2010-11 season. The club was unable to meet its financial obligations, leading to large debts, including unpaid taxes or HMRC liabilities. On the 2nd of February 2011, Windsor and Eton was officially wound up due to these debts and were subsequently expelled from the Southern League mid-season. Their results were expunged from the league table. A Phoenix club, Windsor FC, was formed almost immediately after the winding up in 2011, debuting in the 2011-12 season to continue football in the town. Bartley Green Football Club began playing in the 1950s as a Saturday team, and later primarily competed in local Sunday League. Entry into the Midland Combination occurred in 2005-06, when the club secured the Division 2 Championship and earned promotion. They followed that by winning Division 1 in 2006-07, advancing to the Premier Division. The following seasons saw varying mid-table finishes in the Premier Division. Floodlights were installed in 2008-09, enabling the club to meet league facility standards. Cup success included winning the Smedley Crook Memorial Cup in 2010-11 and again in 2012-13, and the Birmingham Midweek Floodlit Cup in 2009-10. Following the 2011-12 season, the club transferred to the West Midlands Regional League Premier Division. Performance there fluctuated, with a 16th place finish in 2012-13. In February 2014, a tribunal awarded £18,832 in compensation to a club stewardess for unfair dismissal. That payout triggered financial strain, contributing to the club's mid-season resignation from the league and immediate folding in the 2013-14 season. From sustained progress through non-league levels, gaining league promotions and winning regional cups, to facility improvements like floodlights allowed continued participation, to a significant off-field legal claim resulting in a large financial liability, leading to the legal expense precipitated the club's mid-season resignation and folding during 2013-14. A roller coaster of an existence of a club, ending not on the pitch, but in the courtroom. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to help me out with a like and a comment. And if you didn't like it, you can comment that too. Additionally, if you want to keep an eye out for my next Defunct video, or any other video I make, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I will see you soon.